welcome back to another episode of Game of Thrones. Today we'll be watching episode 5 of season 1, The Wolf and the Lion, aka The Starks and the Lannisters. I am excited. These titles are gearing up, at least to me, they're gearing me up for an intense battle between the two main houses, at least, that we've established, the Starks and the Lannisters. So I mean, now that, as I said, Catelyn Stark, she has bluntly in the middle of an inn or a tavern just told that Tyrion Lannister is has conspired to, well, basically murder Bran, and that might not sit well with people in the South, or anyone in the South, literally the Lannisters, because they also have support just like the North do. But I feel because it's the capital, they will have more force than the North. So I don't know how it's going to go down, because we can see that the Lannisters are quite like strong in arms, and yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just excited to see how it goes, and let's find out in this episode if there might be a battle between the two. The Eyrie. Okay, the Eyrie. Isn't that where Catelyn Stark's sister is? Or was during the wedding day or something? Those who performed this score would have been like, we're vibing, man, with the music. I love it.
Who determines the draw? All the knights draw straws, Lord Stark. Aye. But who holds the straws? You've done good work, sisters. Not so many years ago, we fought as enemies at the Trident.
I'm
Really?
glad we never met on the field, Sir Barristan.
Sir Barristan,
That
okay.
is my wife. I don't think the widow's life would suit her.
You're too modest. I've seen you cut down a dozen great knights. What the Mad King did to him was a terrible crime.
That lad, he was a squire until a few months ago. How could he afford a new suit of armour?
Perhaps Lord Aaron left him some money.
Your mother was a dumb whore with a fat arse. Did you know that?
Wow.
Look at this idiot. One ball and no brains. He can't even put a man's armour on him properly.
Why do you always laugh at this?
Oh, it's funny, isn't it?
No, you're great.
No. You don't like the hands joke?
So you're in the poor boy.
You heard the hand. The king's too fat for his armour. Go find the breastplate stretcher. Now!
The breastplate stretcher.
Is that a thing?
Why, because I'm king? Piss on that. I want to hit somebody.
And who's going to hit you back?
Anybody who can. And the last man in his saddle.
Will be you. There's not a man in the Seven Kingdoms would risk hurting you.
Oh,
You're telling me those cowards had let me win?
Aye.
Bloody idiot. But Cersei insisted.
Really?
I have John Arryn to thank for her. Cersei Lannister will make a good match, she told me. You'll need her father on your side.
Robert.
What? Oh. An inspiring sight for the people, eh? Come, bow before your king. Bow, you shits.
Yeah. I've heard of this person.
Thank you, Soloris.
Soloris. Oh, okay, Soloris. Friendly relations with Renly.
100 gold dragons on the mountain. I'll take that bet. Now, what will I buy with 100 gold dragons? A dozen barrels of Dornish wine? Or a girl from the pleasure houses of Lys?
We could even buy a friend.
Holy! Oh my god! Oh wow, he's smiling.
Such a shame, little finger.
Loras knew his man was a hit. Quite crafty, really.
Soloris would never do that. There's no honor in tricks.
No honor, quite a bit of gold.
Stop this madness in the name of your...
Oh my god, the horse! Idiots! The horse! You fools! I just cannot believe that happening.
Downwards from his horse they lift.
Oh my god, Bard. Maybe you need to join someone with The Witcher.
The King's Road. You said we were riding for Winterfell.
I did.
Word's probably gotten to my father by now. He'll be offering a handsome reward. Everyone knows a Lannister always pays his debts.
Whoa.
Could you be so good as to untie me?
Why would I do that?
Why not?
The Eastern Road. We're going to the Vale.
Bill!
Taking me to your sisters to answer for my imagined crimes. Tell me, Lady Stark, when was the last time you saw your sister?
Eerie.
Am I starting to make sense?
Oh shit! What? The bloody...
Untie me. If I die, what's the point?
We got it! Tyrion, enough! Shit, Tyrion, well done!
I'll be fine, my lady. There's no need to bloody yourself.
No need to bloody yourself. She just witnessed a bloody fight. Okay, hold on. The Vale, Eerie, Bird Sigil. Got it? Done.
Sigil, a kraken. Words, we do not say.
Whoa!
The Greyjoys. Sigil, a stag, a crowned stag. Now that Robert's king.
Good.
Crown
Words,
stag.
Ours is the Fury. Lords, the Baratheons. The Westerland. Sigil, a lion.
Those are Tully words, your mother's. Are we playing a game?
Family, duty, honor. Is that the right order?
You know it is.
Family comes first. How can she protect the family? She's not with her family.
When you were born, I was the one who pulled you from your mother. I placed you in her arms. From that moment until the moment she dies, she will love you. No, I don't.
Then how can you promise me
East-
she'll be home soon?
Eastern Road. You are too smart for your own
Sometimes
good.
I worry you're too smart for your own good.
I'm sorry. I swear, I don't even.
Shoot another arrow.
Keep it down. They're not supposed to be inside the castle walls.
I'm a Greyjoy. We've been lords of the Iron Islands for 300 years. There's not a family in Westeros that can look down on us. Not even the Lannisters.
What about the Starks?
I've been Lord Stark's ward since I was 8 years old.
Your father rebelled against King Robert, and if he does...
My father fought for the freedom of his people. What did your father do? Fought to cook and welt to whore.
You're a very serious boy.
Chasing cats
I'm not
today.
gonna hurt you.
The Queen is not the only one who has been watching you closely.
Yeah, we know your little
There are
birds.
few men of honor in the capital. You are one of them. I would like to believe I am another, strange as that may.
What sort of doom does the king face?
The tears of Lys, they call it. A rare and costly thing. As clear and tasteless as water, it leaves no trace.
Oh, that's the poison.
Lord Arryn was a kind and trusting man. There was one boy. All he was, he owed to John Arryn.
The squire, Sir Hugh.
Pity what happened to him. Just when his life seemed to be going so nicely.
He was hand for 17 years, 17 good years. Why kill him?
He started asking questions.
Heard you loud and clear there, Varys. Isn't this the one that Viserys was talking about? Look how big the thing is! Wait, are we in the Red Keep now?
He's found one bastard already to kill his son.
Illyrio!
What's worse, they botched it. The wolf and the lion will be at each other's throats. We will be at war soon, my friend.
What good is war now? We're not ready.
This hand is not the other.
We need time.
Khal Drogo will not make his move until his son is born. You know what these savages are. Delays. Move fast, I reply.
Oh my god, so Illyrio and Varys are talking about the upcoming war, the Lannisters and the, well, possibly the Dothraki. But
The first to
before
arrive
that,
and the last
the
to
Starks.
leave. I heard the most awful rumor about a certain lord with a taste for fresh cadavers. To find beautiful corpses before they rot.
Strictly speaking, such a thing would not be in accordance with the king's law.
Tell me, does someone somewhere keep your balls in a little box?
Right. It's the balls.
I've often wondered.
You know, I have no idea where they are, and we had been so close. Everyone's well aware of your enduring fondness for Lord Stark's wife.
So it's a
If
common
the
knowledge.
Lannisters were behind the attempt on the Stark boy's life, and it was discovered that you helped the Starks come to that conclusion.
And not long after that, when I saw you escorting a certain foreign dignitary, council business. Of course, you would have friends from across the narrow sea. You're from there yourself, after all.
Oh.
We're friends, aren't we, Lord Varys? I'd like to think we are. So you can imagine my burden, wondering if the king might question my friends' sympathies.
Oh my god, that's the red keep, I'm assuming.
My father is hand of the king. I'm not a boy, I'm Arya Stark of Winterfell. And if you lay a hand on me, my father will have both your heads on spikes. Now, are you going to let me by, or do I need to smack you on the ear to help with your hearing?
Arya Stark!
You promised me this would stop.
They said they were going to kill you.
Who did?
I didn't see them, but I think one was fat.
Arya.
I'm not lying. They said you found the bastard, and the wolves are fighting the lions and the savage.
What were you doing in the dungeons?
Chasing a cat.
Chasing a cat.
Pardon, my lord. There's a Night's Watchman here begging a word. Says it's urgent.
No one sent me, my lord. I'm here to find men for the wall. See if there's any scum in the dungeons that might be fit for service.
We'll find recruits for you.
Thank you, my lord, but that's not why I disturb you now. The whole city will know by tomorrow.
Know what?
Catelyn has Tyrion
Let's sit
Lannister.
in private, my lord.
How many guards does my father have?
Here in King's Landing, 50.
You wouldn't let anyone kill him, would you?
No fear on that account, little lady.
You're far from home, Lady Stark.
Naturally.
Whom do I speak?
Sir Varys Egan, Knight of the Vale. Lady Arryn expecting your visit.
There was no time to send word.
Know your place there, Sir Varys. Oh, Vargas. All the same names.
Eerie. They say it's impregnable. Give me 10 good men and some climbing spikes. I'll impregnate the bitch. I like you.
Oh god. That guy who just made that joke. Wow! Whoa, what the frick?
Lord
He looks
Stark,
like
your
Yoren.
presence is- I believe it concerns Daenerys Targaryen.
Naturally.
The whore is pregnant.
You're speaking of murdering a child.
I warned you this would happen back in the north. I warned you, but you didn't care to hear. Well, 7 kingdoms to rule. 1 king, 7 kingdoms. Do you think it's honor that's keeping the peace? It's fear. Fear and blood.
Then we're no better than the Mad King.
No rumour, my lord, the princess is with child.
Based on whose information?
Sir Jorah Mormont. He is serving as advisor to the Targaryens.
Mormont. You bring us the whispers of a traitor. Half a world away.
If she has a son, a Targaryen at the head of a Dothraki army, what then?
The narrow sea still lies between us. I'll fear the Dothraki, the day they teach the horses to run on water.
Yet we who presume to rule must sometimes do vile things for the good of the realm.
The good of
Should
the
the
realm.
gods grant Daenerys a son, the realm will bleed.
What the bloody hell is everyone talking about? What's to say the Dothraki army won't cross with what's happening right now? Khal Drogo will ride through the narrow sea in the name of his wife if you do this.
She dies.
I will have no part in it.
You're the king's hand, Lord Stark. You'll do as I command, or I'll find me a hand who will.
He will not be a hand no more.
Go run back to Winterfell! I'll have your head on a spike! I'll put it there myself, you fool! You think you...
Go ahead with my daughters. Get them ready. Do it yourself. Don't ask anyone for help.
Right away, my lord. Lord Baelish is here for you.
His Grace went on about you at some length after you took your leave. The word treason was mentioned. If you're still here come nightfall, I'll take you to see the last person John Arryn spoke with before falling ill. If that sort of thing still interests you.
Ned, this is not of your concern anymore. Yeah, leave.
It won't take more than an hour, but as you please.
This guy, I don't trust him in the slightest. Don't go.
You bring him here without permission. You pollute my home with his presence.
Oh. What the frick?
Your aunt has done a bad thing, Robin, a very bad thing.
I'm sorry, I was just not expecting it.
Look at him. The Lord of all the Vale.
Yeah.
Lysa, you wrote me about the Lannisters, warning me to stay away from them, not to bring one here. He killed your father. He murdered the Hand of the King.
Oh, did I kill him too? I've been a very busy man.
You will watch your tongue. These men are knights of the Vale. Every one of them loved John Arryn. Every one of them would die for me.
If any harm comes to me, my brother Jaime will see that they do.
You can't hurt us! No one can hurt us yet! Tell him, Mummy! Tell him!
You go sleep, dwarf man. Sleep good, little dwarf man.
Oh, hell no! What? Great view, but you're joking. If you, I swear, Tyrion, if you roll and sleep away, you know what? Put your hand through the door and just sleep like that.
You prefer me like this? Mm-hmm. If you want hairless, maybe you should find a little boy. I want you. My brother thinks that anyone who hasn't been to war isn't a man. He treats me as if I'm a spoiled child. All I ever hear from Robert and Stannis is how I'm not tough enough, how I squirm at the sight of blood.
He did vomit in that boy's eye was knocked out in the melee.
His eye was dangling out of the damn socket.
He shouldn't have entered the melee if he didn't know how to fight.
Easy for you to say.
The Targaryen girl will die.
Needs to be done. Robert's rather tasteless about it. Every time he talks about killing her, I swear the table rises 6 inches.
It's a shame he can't muster the same enthusiasm for his wife.
You have to give it to the Lannisters. They may be the most pompous, ponderous cunts the gods ever suffered to walk the world, but they do have an outrageous amount of money.
I have an outrageous amount of money.
Not as much as the Lannisters.
Do you know who should be king?
I'm assuming you.
Be serious.
I am. My father could be your bank. I've never fought in a war before, but I'd fight for you.
I'm 4th in line.
And where's Robert in the line of royal succession? Joffrey is a monster. Tommen is 8.
Stannis?
Stannis has the personality of a lobster.
He's still my older brother.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
What are you doing?
Look at it. You cut me. It's just blood. We've all got it in us. That thrones are only made for the hated and the feared. You would be a wonderful king.
Oh my.
Without a hand, everything will fall to pieces.
I suppose this is where you tell me to give the job to your brother Jaime.
He's not serious enough. I'll say this for Ned Stark. He's serious enough. Dothraki don't sail. Every child knows that. They don't have discipline. They don't have armor. They don't have siege weapons.
It's a neat little trick you do. You move your lips and your father's voice comes out. They go from town to town, looting and burning, killing every man who can't hide behind a stone wall, stealing all our crops and livestock, enslaving all our women and children. When did the people decide that Viserys Targaryen is the rightful monarch after all? One army, a real army, united behind one leader with one purpose. And everybody wants something different. Your father wants to own the world. Ned Stark wants to run away and bury his head in the snow.
What do you want?
Sometimes I don't know what holds it together.
Our marriage?
Oh my god. This is the first time I'm seeing you both laugh together.
How long can hate hold a thing together?
Well, 17 years is quite a long time.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Wow. I think this is the most sane conversation you both have had.
I thought if I didn't talk about her, she'd just fade away for you. When I realized that wasn't going to happen, I refused to ask out of spite. I didn't want to give you the satisfaction of thinking I cared enough to ask. What harm could Lyanna Stark's ghost do to either of us that we haven't done to each other 100 times over?
I can't even remember what she looked like. I only know she was the one thing I ever wanted.
I felt something for you once, you know.
I know.
Even after we lost our first boy. For quite a while, actually. Was it ever possible for us? Was there ever a time, ever a moment?
No.
Wow.
Tell him when you see him, my lord. If it please you, tell him how beautiful she is.
I will.
And tell him I've been with no one else. I swear it, my lord. By the old gods and you. The king was always good to me.
Oh.
When John Arryn came to visit you, what did he want?
He wasn't that sort of man, my lord. He just wanted to know if the child was happy, healthy.
And John Arryn tracked them all down. Why?
He was the king's hand. Perhaps Robert wanted them looked after. He was overcome with fatherly love.
I'm looking for my brother. You remember my brother, don't you, Lord Stark? Blonde hair, sharp tongue, short man.
I remember him well.
Seems he had some trouble on the road. You wouldn't know what happened.
He was taken at my command to answer for his crimes.
Why?
I'll bring the city watch.
Ned, no!
Kill us now.
What? Holy shit! No! Oh my god, Jory! No, Ned, no!
My brother, Lord Stark. I want him back.
No. God, I just cannot. I'm actually really shocked at that. Oh, not Ned. My God, like, and Jory's gone now. It's just so hard. This is what he feared, for frick's sake. Okay, this is ridiculous. Okay, let's go through this episode, shall I didn't take much notes this time, but the first guy, the knight, he's called Sir Barristan. Thank God I found out what his name is. Then we have Sir Loras Tyrell, Knight of the Flowers, and he has friendly relations with Renly Baratheon. Well, he and Renly Baratheon are lovers. And then not the motto, but that's a common saying of the Lannisters is Lannister always pays his debts. But I don't know what their motto is. I just wrote family, duty, honor. Is that their motto? But anyhow, then we went to the Vale, the Eyrie, which is their birth sigil. That's where Sir Hugh is from. And then we found out that Greyjoys are from the Iron Islands, and they have ruled the Iron Islands for 300 years. And Theon Greyjoy, it has been the ward for the Starks since he was 8 years old. So since he was 8, he's been captured from since then. And one thing I really liked when Maester Luwin was going through with Bran with the sigils, I didn't get everything. I just got most of it. But the main thing is this Baratheon stag. It's a stag, right? But now that Robert is king, it's a crowned stag. That's really a good attention to detail in terms of their banners and showing who's the king in the Seven Kingdoms and whatnot. So that means that if, say, there was a Targaryen on the throne, that means the crown would be on a dragon, right? Is that how it works? But yeah, I think so. It should be. But that's really good. Then we have the Westerlands, I think I wrote. And then I wrote something about unbowed, unbent, unbroken. I think that was Tyrell. Yeah, I'm not sure. And then they believe the hand of Ned Stark, Ned Stark and what's his name? Who was speaking to us? About the poison, Tears of Illus. That's what John Arryn, that's why they couldn't find a trace in John Arryn, because it's untraceable, the poison, right? So that's one thing. Then we found out that Lord Varys is across from the Narrow Sea, but the main thing is in finding out that Daenerys is pregnant, so Illyrio came into, like, crossed the Narrow Sea from Pentos, right? And he provided information saying that Daenerys is pregnant. But the main thing is that who supplied the information to Illyrio was Jorah Mormont. Why would Jorah supply this information? I'm sure the reason they want this army and they are heading towards from Vas Dothrak to get to the Iron Throne is to like basically kill Robert Baratheon. And ultimately the news that has landed to Varys, Lord Varys, who is in the councilman of King Robert, why would what's his name, Mormont, why would he mention this to Illyrio at all? Unless he didn't know that Illyrio would go and tell Lord Varys. Because Illyrio was a trusted, you could say, host for Daenerys and Viserys. But in terms of supplying information to keep the people in King's Landing updated, I don't see why Jorah Mormont would want to supply that information, because why would they want them to be aware of the fact that Khaleesi is pregnant when in fact they're trying to find a way to kill her now? Am I thinking like too much into this? I feel like I just feel like why would Jorah want to, unless he really wanted to betray? That's the thing, I don't think he wants to betray her. It's just, I feel like he may have told this to Illyrio, maybe through, like, as a courtesy, and Illyrio then couldn't keep his mouth shut and just went to King's Landing to provide information because he and Lord Varys are like close friends or something. I don't know, but yeah, that just seemed a bit strange to find out that the main information came from Jorah. And then we found out that in the hierarchy of who is in power for the throne, you have Robert, then Joffrey, then Tommen, then Stannis Baratheon. We found out a new name, who's Robert and Renly's brother, and then Renly. Jeez. Then the conversation between Robert and Cersei was very deep. I felt that it was really good, and I think that's the first time. They did say that's their first time that they spoke, like, in 9 years since, without a fight. It's been 9 years or something, right? And it's been 17 years since their marriage, and they were talking about the almighty girl that Robert is crazy about and would go to war to kill all the Targaryens. Lyanna Stark. Finally, I found out her name. But yeah, and then when we met Lysa, and look, I was just a bit shocked to see that. I did not actually expect, meaning like, it's nothing, it's just like, I did not expect it at all. It's just, I was like, what? It's because you see Catelyn Stark and then you see like Lysa, and I'm just like, what? I seriously thought that she was, I did not expect her to be in some sort. I just thought that she might be in a different mod when she was expecting news. But yeah, and I just felt that the son was a bit too old to be breastfed, but I don't know. I don't know anything about that, but in terms of like motherhood, so it's no offense to anything, but it's just like I didn't expect it at all. But yeah, that's one thing. I was I was a bit taken aback. And then she was talking about everything that's happened and Tyrion Lannister, and then she apparently now is well aware that Tyrion had a hand in killing Jon Arryn. Are you kidding? We just came for the one accusation and now he's going to leave with two, and now he's like in a prison cell that's like freaking miles up by the clouds, and it's just whatever. I just don't know what's happening. I just don't think that Tyrion was part of it. And now because of this, Ned has not just lost Jory, he's also now, maybe he might be, he might not be able to walk properly again. Like, not just his father, now his son is also a cripple, and you know, this will just be rotating, like this unfortunate circumstances that are happening. And Catelyn was right. Every time that I think they go to the south or to the capital, something or the other happens to the Starks. And first it was his brother and his father, now it's him. It's just insane. Like, I just wish that didn't happen, because if Catelyn did not like take Tyrion, this all would have not happened, which is what I was fearing, because that's exactly where it was heading if she did that. So, you know what, even though like, you know, you can't take matters into your own hands, it's just now that he's not Hand of the King, he doesn't even have the authority anymore, which is what led to this situation. So yeah, that's exactly what I was in my mind. But yeah, anyhow, thank you so much for watching. I want to see what the next episode is, but I think I am absolutely done for today. So I am like done for just like until I come back. We have 4 more episodes, and then we can bang on with the next 4 episodes for the season to end, and then find out what the next of the 7 seasons will be, because, you know, it's quite a long show. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope I was able to cover a bit today. It's not a bit of talking as much as I would normally like, but I'm just a little like, I just can't get that Ned scene out of my head with the spear just like hanging out of his leg, which is something, yeah. And have I mentioned I don't like Littlefinger? I mean, in a way where I don't trust him at all, because this guy he was on his way to get ready to leave with Jory. Wow, I've forgotten his name. Jory, yes. And that 1 more hour, see what it's costed. This is the problem. This is what I didn't want. But anyhow, I'll see you guys in episode 6. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Please don't forget to wear a mask and stay safe for your friends and family. See you in the next one. Bye.